So Kevin talked about just wanting Johnny to stay in the pocket a little bit longer. How do you think he fared in that department on Saturdays compared to the first game?
I mean, he made a bunch of plays, which you don't want to take that away from him. And like I've said along, it's going to take a while to get the progressions, get the reads where we want them. But he's getting better than week one. So if we can just see improvement every week, we'll be satisfied.
Because he does run so much, is there anything you can tell him just about trying to stay healthy? I mean, where possible, making smart decisions that way?
Yeah, we stay on him, but he's going to do his thing. You know, you like him to protect himself, find the sideline when you can, and get down when it's over. So we'll just keep harping on that, and like I said, we're all going to kind of grow together.
Where do you see that you guys can get better running the football?
You know, SMU basically dared us to throw the ball, and that was something we hadn't seen. We'd played them 4 years at Houston, and it always been the opposite of that. So early on, you know, we struggled. I had some bad play calls, and so once we made the adjustments and came out and started throwing it, you know, things started rolling.
Is there a rhythm that you get into play calling, even from game to game or even play to play?
Not so much. I think early on in some games, the different looks we'll see, we'll adjust and get things going. But just starting that slow, that's not something we're accustomed to. I mean, our whole premise is to start fast and play fast, and so that's something we got to clean up.
What are your thoughts on the continued evolution of Mike Evans?
Just got to keep getting better. You know, he made some really good plays and had some plays he wish he could take back. With his size and speed, we tell him, I mean, there shouldn't be anybody cover you. If you execute the route you're supposed to and use the technique you're supposed to, you should be pretty much indefensible. And he's got to take that same attitude.
Because of that, does that make him a safety valve for Johnny when nothing else is there? He can get to the tall guy and get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think you've seen the last couple of weeks, he's done that. If he's not feeling comfortable or doesn't like the look, he'll just get the ball high and send it Mike's way. And so, you know, both those guys are just freshmen, and so if they can grow together, that could be a special combination.
How much has Mike improved from a technique standpoint, Kliff?
Just gotten better and better. For a kid that's this is going on his third year of really playing football. You know, the sky's the limit. He's really bought in, really worked at it. When we first got here in the spring, his conditioning, you know, was a big issue, and he's playing 60, 70 plays a game. So I'm very encouraged by his work ethic.
Were you at the camp at Houston then when he was there out of Galveston? And what are your recollections of him then?
Really, you know, big and athletic. And I just remember everybody saying that was the basketball player. And you could see he was rough around the edges, but the potential was definitely there.
So you guys recruited him at Houston then, since he was at camp, or?
We did. I don't remember to what extent. I just remember he was new to football, but you could see that there was a lot of athletic ability there.
Could this lead to football coaches going out and maybe catching some of these basketball camps too?
They may need to. I mean, he's to only have played 3 years the way he's taken off. It's really impressive.
I know it's not your realm, but why don't more 6'5" guys who play basketball in high school and start to make that transition to football? That, you know, if they're not going to be pro.
Yeah,
basketball.
I don't know. I mean, some of them have the Jimmy Grahams, Antonio Gates, guys like that to the NFL. So I don't know.
How much Nate football sense does he have now?
It's getting better. I know the competitive nature is through the roof. I mean, he comes over there if he's made a mistake or doesn't like his release on a certain play. I mean, he's really hard on himself, and you guys, hey, Mike, let's go, next play. But you like that. You like that he cares that much.
But how encouraging is it that the seniors stepped up a wide receiver and made some plays for Johnny?
It was big, and I think, you know, we were all discouraged after week one. That's not the way we wanted the offense to go, and I try to tell those guys it'll get better. You know, we just got to get rolling, and it was good to see them both have success and get in the end zone.
You guys recruited Johnny at UH, right?
Yes.
So when you looked at tape, I mean, were you kind of wowed by it? I mean, he had some crazy numbers and crazy plays in high school, and now it's translating basically in college. It kind of amazed you back then looking at that tape?
Yeah, just the style of play. You know, he just kind of run around back there and wait for somebody to get open, and you see some of that going on now. And we'd like to just kind of fine-tune that to where when it is open, you pull the trigger right now, you're on time with the ball, and when it's not, then you go into that mode. So, but yeah, his high school tape is pretty ridiculous.
Does he remind you of any other quarterbacks coming for him?
His playmaking ability is like Case to me as far as keeping his eyes down the field. He doesn't just look out to run, but the difference is if he does run, he can take it all the way. You know, I mean, you can stick his foot in the ground like he did on that long run and outrun people. So that's a dangerous deal.
What is it about those, San Antonio suburban areas and the quarterbacks that come out of
Yeah, I don't know. I always tell him that I was the first. Great one.
We were all impressed with his ability to get out of pressure and things like that last week, but is there any concern with the fact that he was under pressure in the first place?
Yeah, like I said, they had a good scheme and a bunch of different looks that we hadn't seen before. And we thought we had a pretty good read on them, played them 4 years and what they were going to do. And they came out, to their credit, were playing really hard and had some new looks. And so I'd put it more on that than anything else. And once we adjusted, we felt like we got a good feel for it and started moving the ball really well.
For you personally, can you talk about your decision why you like being on the field as a coordinator versus being up in the press box?
Yeah, there's a number of reasons. I like, feeling the pulse of the quarterback is big, looking in his eyes and seeing how he's feeling, what he's good with. And then, getting the play to him quicker. There's not from the headset to you, then to them. So that's probably the two biggest reasons.
What are the challenges you've seen from South Carolina State?
They're a group that plays a lot of different fronts. So as far as protections go, run game, targeting, things like that, you really have to be up to it, snap to snap. And then they play really hard. It's a group that shows up on film, throughout the game. They're playing hard, finishing tackles and flying around with the football.
Time for a couple more. If not, all right.
Thank you.
Thank you.